Love and understanding to the shakers and the movers. This video right here is going to be about a brief monologue on Hebrew translations and the date in which they took place in correlation and translation into Arabic Latin. So we have words right here, and we have words on this side. We have words right here, and we have glyphs on this side. All right, and right below we have a 6th edition law book and Black's Laws, Henry Campbell edition, pre-edited. Okay, and right here we have card holder. And as you can see by reading this definition, it doesn't say anything about a social security card. It doesn't say anything about having a driver's license. It doesn't say anything about having a passport number, passport identification number. It doesn't say anything about having a tax exemption number. It doesn't say anything about having a state ID number. Now, reading Black's Law, reading Hebrew transliterary, you will see that out of all these words, millions of words, thousands of words, you don't have an instance of, man, the sun is shining bright. You don't have an instance of there being any type of felonious type of acts where you can read something today and it be in an instance where like it'll give you a fine print. You don't see this with these original words and these original glyphs. You don't see that. It doesn't give you a, you don't see anything that's confiscation, like confiscationary. You don't see anything like that. These words are straight up, and as you can see right here, cash. So during the time where people was actually writing in this way, during the Renaissance, people was actually trading in this way, during the Renaissance, there was nothing blackmailing about it. There was nothing coercive about it. There was nothing suffocating about it. Like you got castle right here. So you can pretty much bring a gist where wherever there's a castle in the US of A, the Maghreb, the Far West, Pangaea, Eastern Pangaea, for those who believe that America's on the other side of the map, this right here lets you know. You can go to Illinois, the parts where the Lincolns are. You can go to Florida, the parts where the Octaviuses are, and you will see right here. Those people, according to this translation right here, it translates. You see? Right here, right here. Those people spoke this word and those people had castles. Because if you go to the Seminole territory, you will see castles in that territory. So let's turn a few pages. Let's go to the D's. Danish. All right. So, not for jokes, if your name starts with a D, you have cousinry with the Danish. Okay, you have cousinry with the Dutch. All right, and right beside it is a compound of pastry. All right. So that lets you know you have cousinry with the bakers. And your people, those 3 people named, far beyond of others who weren't named, spoke Hebrew, taught other people how to speak Yiddish. All right. Dropout, droplet, drop-ins, drove. All right. But let's look at this Black's Laws. Enjoy the sounds of nature. No rush. Okay. Let's get some sunlight on this. Coup d'etat. Now, you can see that's happening right now with the farming of ECOWAS. I think that's with Ghana, Burkina. They dropped out. They're trying to get back in. Liberia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria. They're trying to get things moving along. So when you hear the news mention coup d'etat, you should automatically come behind them and ask the reporter or the press, what coupons? You can say it up front. You can say it sarcastically. Ask them this information, because coupons deal with equity. And if you live in a county, you have a county board. So they're upfront about this information. They know about it. It's not hidden. They know about the coup d'etat that's happening right now over the world, particularly on the western borders of Africa in the landlocked regions. They know about it. So you ask them about course of performance. All right. Okay, here's a little French lad. Joit de Nafrich. All right. Joit de price. So you can see it has a mix between Old French, Neo-French, and Neo-German. All right. So here we have, what is this? Due process of law. All right. Due notice. That's a common phrase. And many should know that that is a law phrase. That is a law idiom. All right, so my thing is, when you're looking up these words and we have an election coming up, look at those last names and bind them with the words you see in a law dictionary. So if you have someone like Ron DeSantis running, you want to look at the D's. You have someone like Christie running. There's a few of them. Elder. You want to look at whoever wins, and I think you have someone running for independent, just one person. Look at these last names and correlate them, bind them with the letters you see in the law dictionary. Because if the name of the candidate that wins a primary popular vote, say for instance, may it be Cornel West, look in the W's. All right. All right, here goes something right here, street name. Because we have a lot of tribal wars in America, when people fighting over blocks and streets. And the common adage you hear is that, people are fighting over land that they don't own. But again, this goes back to the Toledo Wars. This goes back to the Calumet Wars. This goes back to the St. Lawrence Wars. All of these things are still taking place today. They say it was Indians fighting over water streams or water rights, helping foreign invaders, helping people who couldn't help themselves. All right, that's for the northeastern region, for the first people that encountered the Peregrinus, the strange person, the oddly deranged person. Street name. All right, let's see. Securities held in name of a broker instead of his customer's name are said to be carried in the street name. So they're saying if you live on the street, you have equity in it. All right. You know, and if you have tied to Mother Teresa, for my Italian Americans out there, all right, you have family ties to these streets. So that's something to note. But let's look at the W's. I don't mean to get sidetracked. We're looking for the W's. Okay, Cornell West. All right. Warranty. All right, so now we have a lot of people talking about UCCs. All right, so that's dealing with shipping, that's dealing with contract, that's dealing with equity, that's dealing with seller goods, that's dealing with receipts, that's dealing with processors, cargo, oil tanks, shipping rigs. All right. So he knows about this. So one thing that I would do is listen to his speech, listen to his rhetoric. And the word that he commonly uses, I would head right to 6th edition, 3rd edition, 1st edition. I don't think I have 1st edition no more. I gave that to my niece. This is a word that I like right here. Vix Allah. Vix alla lex. Fieri. Potis. Que. Omnibus camdera. Sit. Si. Majori. Parti. Prospectic. Propistic. Utilis astis. Utilis astis. Scarcely any law can be made which it is adapted to all, but if it provide for the greater part, it is useful. All right. So that's important. That's important to know. I'm glad I came across that. All right, let's see. Viva Aqua. All right. Let's see. So we have a Q, quer classum frigid, quer classum frigid, quere closum frigid, query ejects, query ejected, query ejected, ejected, quer ejected in free terminal, quer ejected in free terminal, quer ejected in free terminal. All right, practice makes perfect, so I gotta keep trying. All right, so this is a book right here to look at. 80,000 words and phrases, 18,000 idioms and expressions. All right, so when you're dealing with block letters, hieroglyphs, you actually have more freedom to get your expression across. All right. This is why Taiwanese, Thai people, Japanese, Nippon, Koreans, They all look at people in America as simple-minded, all right? Because they don't have enough sense to think their way out of a problem is something as simple as this. All right. They can converge on a conversation with someone that speaks Italian. They can converge on a conversation with someone that speaks Hebrew. They can converge on a conversation with someone that speaks English. They can converge on a conversation with someone that speaks a dialect of Hebrew, whether that be Arabic, or Ebonite. All right. So this is one of my favorite words right here, dynasty. All right. So we got a squirrel right here peeping in on the conversation. All right. Dole with it. Dumb. All right. Dumbbell. All right. Forum. So it's safe to say Hebrew Israelites had their own governance. Hebrew Israelites had their own governance. They had their own Congress. Pessimist, pesky, perturb. Phi Beta Kappa, all right? So Hebrew Israelites are not bad people. Missuspected at all. They did contracts. They did consumer protectants. All right, so this is dealing with Justinian. All right, Prophet Justine, Liberal Justine, Republic of Justine, dating back to first published November 21st, AD 533. So that's right after or before the Nicene Council. All right. Before people were introduced into Christianity as we know it today. Juzgado. All right, so that's dealing with Spanish law, the judiciary, the body of judges, the judges who concur in a decree. All right, mortgage broker, senior mortgage, one which ranks ahead of another mortgage in terms of rights in the security. Shared appreciation mortgage, capsulated as SAM. Acronym, a mortgage format that gives the lender the right to recover as contingent interest, some agreed upon percentage of the property's appreciation and value measured when it is sold or at some other future fixed date. So it says right there, the lender has the right to recover. That goes unbeknownst to saying that the what is that? The Salih. The Salih also has the right to recover, being that he has a greater claim. And we just went over that French, German lexicon. We just went over that, so law does no harm.